Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Larkins. This is a short help video for weekly review number 4, questions 5 through 7. Alright, the first question is fractions with addition, and I think the next couple are subtraction. So with this, we're going to need to get common denominators. So you have to think of the lowest common multiple of 2 and 5. In this case, they're both tens. So we're going to rewrite this equation with denominators of 10. So for the 2 to turn into a 10, we multiply by 5. Do the same thing to your numerator, and our fraction is 5/10. For 5 to multiply to get to a 10, you multiply by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8, and our fraction is 8/10. So 5/10 plus 8/10 is 13/10. That is an improper fraction. It has more on the top than the bottom. So you could probably do this in your head. 10 goes into 13 one whole time. The remainder is 3, that's your numerator, and your tenths are always your denominator. So 13/10 is the same thing as 1 3/10. When you type this into your answer in Canvas, you do 1 and then 1 space and then 3/10. If you put more than 1 space in your answer, it's going to end up being marked wrong. All right, second part of number 5 is addition again, and we have denominators of 15 and 10. I'd like to start with the largest denominator and start multiplying in my head by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and see if 10 can go into that. All right, so 15 times 2 is 30. And 30 is a multiple of 10, so our denominators are going to be 30. So let's rewrite this fraction question with 30ths. So this would be times 2 as well. So 16/30. This is times 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. All right. You just add straight across. 16 plus 3 is 19. The denominators you don't add, that just stays the same. So our answer for part B is 19/30. Okay, question 6 are asking for subtraction with fractions, and again we're going to need common denominators. So 9 times 2 is 18, that doesn't work for 4. Times 3 is 27, that doesn't work, but times 4 does. So we're going to multiply these by each other and to get a common denominator of 36. So let's rewrite our question. So 7 times 4, our numerator is going to be 28. And 3 times 9 is going to be 27. So 28/36 minus 27/36. 28 minus 27 is 1. And our denominator stays 36. Okay, we have 8 and 14ths. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to show my work up here at the top with my 14ths, and then as soon as I get to a multiple that 8 has in common, we will stop there. So 14 times 2 is 28. That doesn't work. 14 times 3, 12, 42. That doesn't work. 14 times 4, 16, carry 56. So 56 is a multiple of 8 as well. So our multiples, our common denominators are going to be 56. All right, so how did 8 multiply to get to 56? That's times 7. So do times 7 on your numerator. That's 49. 14, it was times 4. So do the same thing with the numerator. 1 times 4 is 4. And it is a subtraction question. All right. Okay, so 49 minus 4 is 45. Oops, let me grab my pen. 45, and that will be over 56. You cannot reduce 45, 56. They do not have common divisors or common factors. All right. 7a, we're going to be multiplying. Now, multiplication is easier in fractions than addition and subtraction are. You can multiply straight across, but if you do that, you're going to have this really big denominator. So let me show you a shortcut. I'm sure your 6th grade teacher taught you this. You can do something called cross cancel or cross divide. So if you look between the 15 and the 5, those both can be divided by 5. So if I divide 5 by 5, I would leave a 1. If I divide 15 by 5, I would leave a 3. We can also cross cancel on the 4 and the 16. They can both be reduced or divided by 4. So divide 4 by 4 and leave a 1. Divide 16 by 4 and leave a 4. Now, we have 1/3 over times 1/4. That's super easy. 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 4 is 12. If you don't cross cancel, what happens is you have to go figure out how many times you are going to reduce to get down to 1/12. So let me do the math here real fast. That is 9, 5, 1, 4, 2. So the denominator, if you multiplied 15 times 16, would be 240, and then our numerator would be 20 over 240. You can divide by 10, and then you'd have to divide by 2, and then you'd finally get to 1/12. But when you cross cancel, you won't have to reduce at all because you've already reduced. You've already done the dividing. So cross canceling is a lot easier. All right, let's look at 7b. We cannot multiply mixed numbers. This has to look like a fraction. So let's do times plus, and around the clock we go. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. And our denominator stays a 5. So let's rewrite this as 24/5 times 5/8. Now, if you don't cross cancel, your problem is going to be harder than it should be. Let me show you the hard way. 120. So if you don't cross cancel, you get this answer of 120 over 40. And divide by 10, and we get 12 over 4, and finally we get down to a 3. But a lot of kids, they get stuck with those large numbers, and they don't even know how to reduce. So again, let me show you how to cross cancel. Go diagonal. Does the 5 and the 5, can they be divided by the same number? The answer is yes. 5 can be divided by 5, and you're going to leave a 1. 5 divided by 5, leave a 1. 8 and 24 can both be divided by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is a 3. Now, multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is super easy. 1 times 1 is 1. This is an improper fraction. 3 over 1 is just 3 wholes. So you can go the hard way, or you can do cross-canceling to make it very easy multiplication. All right, I hope that helped.